How's it going, everyone? We're here to check out the Twitch drops, and I tried to get this video out yesterday because I usually try to do the video at least 24 hours before the drops start, but it just didn't happen. So here it is. We're a couple hours before the drops start. They go from today, May 1st, at 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time until May 28th at 4:59 p.m. again Mountain Standard Time. Cool thing is, if you go to the actual drops website itself, it will know your local time and tell you in that. And then it also has a countdown, which is great. And when it starts, the countdown will switch to how much longer there is. So if you're new, first thing you're going to want to do is click on connect accounts and get that all sorted. If you're having issues with how that works and so forth, the end of this video there will be a tutorial, and that tutorial should cover most things. The page might look a little different because it's been updated recently in the last couple months, but it is still generally going to cover everything there. So this time we have 7 general drops. You can watch anyone, and they're going to range from 2 hours to 14 hours watched. If you want to know who you can watch, just simply click on one of the items and it will bring you to eligible channels. Then just pick somebody. It's really awesome. You can just watch anyone. This is celebrating all the different Rust servers. So yeah, we've got all these pretty much deployable skins. There's nothing else, no guns, no clothing, just straight up deployables. So we've got that going on. There is a FAQ here at the bottom you can go through also as well for the most basic of questions. But let's go ahead and jump into the game and take a look at the skins themselves. Alright, so starting off at 2 hours, we have the Rust Spain sleeping bag, and as you can see, it has these very bright colored lines, and you've got the Rust Spain logo there. Then it has a very kind of like breathable fabric thing going on at the pillow and the sides of it, as you can see right here. And yeah, this is one of those things where you think it actually glows, but it doesn't. It just looks like it is emissive, but isn't. So there you go, Rust Spain sleeping bag. Moving on to our 4-hour watch time, we have the Rusty Moose garage door. It has this really cool mountainscape with an aurora in the background, a night starry sky. Then you have yourself the moose, and then you've got your little pumpkin guitar character going on. Has a, really kind of moosey vibe. Then if you go ahead and kill the lights, you can see it has this amazing glowing roller, and the whole thing just lights up really beautifully. It's definitely a kind of serene landscape kind of thing going on for this one. Moving on, we have ourselves a large wooden box, and it is rustified, if you're wondering. This is going to be the 6-hour mark for you. It has kind of a nice kind of future techie look, has a little pulse light going on for, rustified on the pulse of rust, etc. And yeah, it just has a nice look to it. They always bring us large box at Rustified, and I think that's appreciated by the community. Now if we go ahead and kill the lights here, you can see it has this really nice glow. The side of it doesn't have branding except for the long side. The rest of it just kind of has the pulse, which, can be taken as anything, more or less. Then if we move on to the 8-hour mark, we have a armored double door. We don't see these too often, and it's really nice. And this one has some crazy see-through sections, transparency on the windows, and then it has the upvote and downvote button transparencies as well, which is crazy. The r/Playrust door, 8 hours, there you have it. We go ahead and kill the lights. You can see it has a very bright and nice glow. This is one of the armored doors that is different on either side, so you can choose your color, which is quite nice. Then moving on, we have ourselves the Rusticated garage door at your 10-hour mark. As you can see, it has some nice tuna can lights. Then it has a very, wooden, rustic look to it. Rustic. It's held together by some cloth and old rivets and rope and so forth. As you can see, it also has transparency on either side, and those are some pretty good holes, so I think a lot of people will appreciate that. We go ahead and kill the lights. You can see the tuna can lights pretty much light up the whole thing, as well as a bit on the roller, which is always an important factor. Moving on, we have a sheet metal door for you, and it should look familiar because we have almost, I would say, an entire set from Rustoria now, and here is the sheet metal door, which is the next one in it. Has the same theme, the kind of rainbow gradient with the kind of, angles and triangle look. If we go ahead and kill the lights, you can see it glows nicely, just like the rest of the set. And that's your 12-hour mark. Then moving on, lastly, we have the Rustopia box for you, and this one's going to run at the 14-hour watch time. As you can see, it has a little R on the side and has nice kind of like orange glow bars all along it. Has a nice kind of clean box look to it. And lastly, we can go ahead and kill the lights and take a look at that glow. Then before we go ahead and head out, a lot of people always ask, can you please show the height of a player with the transparency? So we'll go ahead and do that, and you can see pretty well out of these. This has kind of like a little wire, so that blocks a bit of it, and then you kind of have to like jump to look out of the up and down votes, so they are not eye level. And then you've got pretty good eye level view out of these viewports right here. But that's going to do it, everybody. If you are here to check out the tutorial, that's going to be playing next. If not, this is where we leave you. I hope you enjoy grabbing your Twitch drops and the huge new update and wipe coming later today. Alright, so if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you're probably new to Twitch drops and maybe how they work, or you might be having some kind of problems. The website has changed quite a bit, so there's some things to really look at here. You can kind of see the dates, so if something seems out of date, I'm going to try to update this every so often. And yeah, with this one, we've got a few things here. So first off, you're going to have at the Twitch page, it's always going to be the same. And you have Twitch drops, connect account, and buy Rust here at the top. If you scroll down, if there's a current campaign, you'll see it, and when it's about to start, then you have a big connect accounts button, and down here there should be the drops for the events. Now, how they typically tend to work is there's usually generic drops, and what a generic drop is, it means that anybody streaming Rust that has drops enabled on their channel can be watched to earn these. Now, there's also specific drops, and if you're watching someone who has a specific drop, you will have to finish that specific drop before you can start these generic drops. So that's something that usually confuses people quite a bit. The nice thing about generic drops is they do count towards each other. So if you watch an hour into this, that's an hour towards this, the 2 hours of this towards that, etc., and they build on each other. Now with streamer specific drops, you have to watch the listed channel. As you can see here, there are specific listed channels with them. In this case, for this event, the host Twitch Rivals has 2. And then you can see sometimes they have multiple streamers. Then you'll also see that there's an indicator showing whether or not they're online. Nothing here means online. Red dot means they are online. And if you go ahead and click on the button, it will actually take you to the channel that is live, which is nice. So then let's cover a couple things. I mean, you can literally just read it down here in the FAQ yourself. And basically this kind of explains what I just said about the drops. Is there a way to check your drop progress? And yes, there is. There's a Twitch drops inventory page, which we'll take a look at in a second. Can you earn them faster by watching more than one channel at once, or having multiple windows open, or anything like that in different browsers? No, you can't. It will notice your Twitch account, and it will say, oh, no, you can only do one at a time. That is a restriction placed by Twitch. How long does it take for them to show up in your inventory? It can usually take about 10 minutes or so, but if not, there is a button, which will show you how to help with that. Do you need Twitch Prime? The answer is no, you do not need Twitch Prime, but you do need a Twitch account, a Steam account, and that Steam account needs to have Rust in its library. If you don't have access to the account, what do? You can unlink it, which will show you how to do that, and link your new account. If you haven't yet bought Rust, but you want to claim the drops, what you can do is you can at least link it and claim them, and once you have Rust within 180 days, you can claim them. So that is something right there. And then sometimes they do crates, and we can cover that kind of thing, but it's kind of its own thing. It doesn't really happen too often. So if we go ahead and scroll back up here and we hit connect accounts, you're going to get brought to this screen which says pair accounts, and you're going to need to pair both your Steam and your Twitch. Now when I click one of these, it's just automatically going to go with it. Boom. And so once you're done here, you should see successfully paired, and then you should see your Steam account with the proper Steam account. This is the Steam account you want the drops to go to. And then the Twitch account, this should be the Twitch account that you're going to be earning them on. If this is wrong, you simply hit the unlink account button and start over. This is the same button that was mentioned. If you have a wrong account, you can hit unlink, and then you can start the linking process again. There's also log out, which will just log you out of being in here. And then for the missing drops, like I said, there's a check for missing drops button right here. When you hit this, it should do a refresh, and it should say attempting to give your Steam library account 14 drops with 1 drop, 0 drop, no drops, something like that. And basically, it just tries to refresh the last drops, and they should go ahead and pop into your inventory. So then the other thing that we're asking about, or well, we're talking about, was how do you check the progress? And so it's going to be the drops inventory. And once you go there, you're going to see that it pops on up here, and you'll have all your progress with which ones you have, if they're unlocked or not. And as you're working on them, it will show the progress there as well. You can also go onto here and look through campaigns and manually look up Rust if you want to, but it's much easier to use the Twitch page that we just previously showed you. But that should pretty much cover everything. If you have any other kind of comments or concerns or something just doesn't seem to be working, leave me a comment. I'll try to get back to you as best I can. Hopefully this helped everybody with their questions. Thanks for watching, and stay rusty.